Hey, good morning. Prospecting with Larry. So I'm cleaning bedrock here. This is a spot, not where I showed you guys before. This is a different spot further up the creek. I figured I'd try this spot because the creek had cleaned this out. This used to be about 2 to 3 feet of rocks and gravel and stuff, and the last rain we had blew all that out and brought it down to bedrock. So where I only have to dig down maybe about a foot to get to the bedrock and clean it. So I did a bucket the other day to test it, and this is what I got out of that bucket. And so I'm going to work today for a couple hours and see what else I find. I found some square nails. I don't have them down here. I'll put them on my next video to show you what to look for. But also down here, this is all lead. All those are like bullets and buckshot. And when you start finding heavy items like lead and nails, then the odds or the chances of gold being mixed in with that are good. So that's always a good sign when you're finding other heavy items too. So I got the generator set up over there, and I'm just going to use the shop vac. I'll pull the big rocks out of the way, shop vac it up, and then transfer the stuff from the shop vac to buckets. And what I did was I brought the gold wheel down here so I don't have to go all the way to the cabin. And I have my water line coming down from my tank. It's just gravity feed, but there's plenty of pressure to run the gold wheel. And the gold wheel runs off the 12 volt. So I have the truck down here to run the gold wheel. So as I clean the bedrock into the buckets, just come over here. I'll classify it down to about a 1/4 inch, and then I just run it through the gold wheel. And once I get that going, I'll show you. But the big surprise I got this morning, you always got to be careful. You never know what wildlife is going to be around when you're working. So this is where I was working, and right there you can see Mr. Rattlesnake. I guess he came in here for a visit. So I'm going to have to relocate him or her, and so I don't get bit. But there are rattlesnakes up here. Now this one's probably about, he's coiled up. I'd say once he's uncoiled, he's probably about 2 foot long. You can see that little shovel there. That thing's about 1 foot long. So it's kind of interesting. He might have friends around here too, so I'll have to watch my back as I work, and as I move rocks and brush. You got to stay vigilant and watch for little things like this. Mr. Rattlesnake. So I'll get to work. This is where I found those pieces of gold. I know it doesn't look like much, but I only had to, like I said, run about a bucket through the gold wheel to get those pieces. And those pieces are big enough I can make a couple of earrings out of, or just put them in the collection and sell them later. Okay, so I'll show you what I find once I get done working here today, and I'll show you how the gold wheel works again. Alright, bye for now.